What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is David here with Mac Tutorials 14. It's time to see the Apple Watch. Guys, so I am super excited for this. So the current time right now is 2:01, and now you might be thinking, if you follow me on Twitter and you saw that I tweeted out that I had an 11:30 appointment, you guys might be a little bit confused as to why I'm doing this now. So basically what actually ended up happening was I set my alarm. I had every intention to go. I set my alarm to 10:30 to wake up an hour beforehand so that way I could get ready and everything. And I told my mom, listen, I got to go to the Apple store. I told her, beforehand that I might make an appointment, and I did. And I was really tired, and she said, well, I wasn't thinking that you were going to make one, so what I did instead was I made an appointment at the other Apple store near us for 3 o'clock. Because the Apple store that you're talking about, I guess you got one of the last spots. Because when I went on to look and I was about to make an appointment, there was no appointments available for that store. So I guess you must have nabbed one of the last appointments. But for any time at all. But she got a 3 o'clock appointment at the one in my mall location. So we're gonna be going to that. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing I'm going to try to do everything I can to do stuff. We're going to try to actually film what the Apple Watch looks like and me trying it on and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping we're going to try to do something like that just because of the fact that, I saw certain people, for example, Sebastian from iDownloadBlog, he was doing a Periscope. I think it lasts about 10-15 minutes, and I think it was actually after his appointment. So I guess they don't shove you right out of the door. I guess if they think that you're interested in the Apple Watch, they'll let you, see it a little bit more. So maybe the 15 minutes is just a lot of time for the person actually showing you what the Apple Watch does. And I guess after that 15 minutes, you can explore for a little bit more and actually go ahead and see, what it is that it does. But anyway, guys, probably most likely I'm going to end this now, and I'm gonna be riding there, so I'm probably going to be doing I'll probably do another video when I am actually riding to the Apple store. So it's 2:03 now, so I'm gonna go take a quick shower, and as soon as I get out of the shower, I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna get in the car, and we are going to actually film that next, so I'll talk to you guys soon. What's going on, guys? So I am here in the car, as I said, and it is now 2:38, and we're driving to my local Apple store in the mall. And we are going to go over there. We're going to try on the Apple Watch. It's going to be a great time. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it. As you guys can see, I'm driving right now. So I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back when we are at the Apple store. So I'll talk to you guys then.
Pop them on. The sport model is made out of aluminum, so it's a little bit lighter than the stainless steel model that you currently have on.
Yeah.
Now the sport models do come with the sport band. You can order the other bands for it down the road. Now the one that you're wearing, you'll see.
Right.
So they do recommend getting the nicer face.
Alright guys, so as you guys can see here, I am actually recording at the Apple Store. So thankfully my Apple Store is cool enough to actually go ahead and let me record. And, you know, they just let me go ahead and do my own thing. So here is the digital crown and then the other button next to it as well, as you guys can see. So you could zoom in and out through any application using the digital crown, which is actually really, really nice. Pinching to zoom, I try to do it, even though you can't do it, you know, anyway. It doesn't feel right doing it. You know, on the Apple Watch's display, just because it's kind of too small to be able to do that. So, as you guys can see here on the top left hand corner of the screen, there's actually like a little portion of the screen. As you guys can see, if I double tap that other button, it brings up the Apple Pay interface. So this is Apple Pay compatible. But as you guys can see here, it does actually show you, you know, as you're interacting with the actual watch, if you go into an application. So say I went ahead and went into the messages. So let's say if I went into the messages, but I'm going to go into stocks right now. You guys would be able to see that, but let's go ahead and go into messages right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you guys can see on the left-hand side corner, as you guys can see, it says messages. So it follows along and helps you, you know, helps people through it if they're not sure. So as you guys can see, I'll tap on a random convo, summer trips. Go ahead and hit reply, and as you guys can see here now, there's a bunch of stuff. We have our emojis, so these are the emojis I can choose from. I can scroll through the different emojis that I can choose from using the digital crown, so this is pretty cool. So yeah, so I actually really lucked out in terms of being able to record this, because I know a lot of people got stopped midway through them recording it, and they had to actually go ahead and stop, but thankfully no one actually stopped me, and I was able to successfully go ahead and do this for you guys. So that is one way, and another way is actually replying through Siri as well, so I could go ahead and do that, but I'm just going to say okay. So one is actually using the custom default messages that's there, but another one is using Siri, so I could go ahead and tap on that. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. So it glitched a little bit, but we actually could send this both as an audio message or a text message. So that's pretty cool. It gives you the choice to do either. So we're just going to go and send this as an audio message. And so now we're going to back out of this conversation right over here. And now we can actually press the digital crown button. And if we double press it, you guys can see it brings us back to our recent app. So now if I go ahead and show you guys the next app I'm going to show you guys is the globe icon on the actual watch, which is the world clock. So as you guys can see, it shows the time in London, and we could go out and see the world clocks for everything. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so I'm going to go back to the home screen, and we're just going to go ahead and go over to the Photos application on the watch. So as you guys can see, scroll over there, and we'll use the digital crown to go into it. So here is the Photos application for the Apple Watch. So we could use the digital crown to zoom in and zoom out of various pictures. So if I use the digital crown that way, I can zoom all the way out to view all of my photos in just one collection like that. If I zoom all the way in, I can zoom in as much as I want to look at a specific part of the picture. But as you guys can see, that is the Photos app. Now the next thing we're actually going to view is the Phone app in the Apple Watch. Now this actually doesn't work in the demo because you're not actually able to hook up a phone to the watch itself, so it's not actually going to work. But anyway, it's just pretty cool to browse the Phone app. So one of the many various functionalities that is not available on the Apple Watch demo units at the Apple Store is the Hey Siri functionality. So that, of course, will be in the final version of the Apple Watch when it hits store shelves on the 24th, but for some reason, you cannot actually do it on the demo units. So you can still go ahead and trigger Siri if you want to, though. So if I were to go ahead and just long press on the actual digital crown itself, like so, you can go ahead and bring up the Siri interface. So I'm going to go ahead and long press on the digital crown. Hey Siri, how are you? How are you, Siri? So I'm not sure if it was just because it was really, really crowded at the Apple Store, or if it was because this is a demo unit and they need to actually work out some bugs. But Siri really didn't work all that well, as you guys can see. I had to actually try multiple times to even get it to detect exactly what I was saying. I had to go like much closer to the watch to actually get it to detect it just right. So now this is probably one of the coolest features of the watch. So if you actually go ahead and just single tap on that other button, you can go ahead and bring up this interface, and let's say we wanted to contact Paul. So this is by far the coolest thing. So you have the phone, the little single press thing. So as you guys can see, this is what they showed off in the demo. So if I actually place the 2 fingers here, you guys can see that I do actually get my heartbeat on screen, and whoever's actually wearing the watch at that time, if they do have a compatible watch, they will actually be able to see your heartbeat as well as your drawings and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't actually point it out, but that little blue icon over there to the top right of the screen, if you actually do that, I'm actually using the heartbeat again, but if you do that, you can actually change the color of the little pen that you draw on with your finger, so you can actually change the color of what you're drawing with. So it's on bluish, it's on like blue right now, so I could change it to like red or pink or purple or green or whatever. So as you guys can see, you could just single tap there, which is actually pretty cool, so you can get their attention by single tapping multiple times or single tapping once. I'm going to try to draw a flower. It's kind of like a demented flower though, like they did in the demo, but as you guys can see, I think I did it fairly well, but you're actually able to just go ahead and call them using that other screen, you know, the phone icon, and then the single tap icon, like I said, is what we just showed off, and then the messages icon is just to send them a quick message. So that is probably one of my favorite features. So now I'm going to show you guys the workout app. So as you guys can see here, it is. So we can set our calories for the workout. We could set the workout that we want to do. So I'm going to tap indoor run, as you guys can see. So now we'll set the calories up to 100 and press start, and then it'll go ahead and say ready and give us a countdown to our actual workout. So it'll say how many calories we've burned and all that kind of stuff, the distance, the pace, the elapsed time. We can end or pause it. So I just left it running in the background. We don't have to, but I just did that anyway. So as you guys can see, here is the actual thing anyway, and here it'll say to end or pause it. I was just showing that off. So anyway, there's the little side panel that we can actually see the home screen and everything. And as you guys can see, now we are on the remote app, so we could see things like the Apple TV, the iTunes library, everything that's plugged in and synced through the Wi-Fi through AirPlay. We can double tap again on the actual digital crown and get the Apple Pay interface. So like I said earlier, it's Apple Pay compatible, or we could go on the Passbook icon and actually do stuff like that. We could choose our credit cards and scan it and all the kind of stuff like that. We could browse the collection and see what you know, different models you can actually buy and all that kind of stuff. So that's actually pretty cool. So as you guys can see, now we're actually going to go ahead and go into the main application here, which is the clock application. So as you guys can see here, if we actually use the haptic feedback, if we go ahead and tap on here, it took me a couple of tries just because I was a little bit confused on how to actually do it. But if we actually go ahead and tap on here, you can see the interface will actually go ahead and pop up. So right now, these are actually all of the faces that are available stock on the Apple Watch. We have Simple, Motion, Astronomy, Color, Solar, Chronograph, Mickey, and Mickey's the one that they actually showed off in the keynote. So I'll actually go ahead and do that. If we tap Customize, you can change it to the moon phase, so we could do that. We can change the city, you know, we can add calendar events, sunrise, sunset, stocks, you know, see how your favorite stock's doing and all that kind of stuff. So as you guys can see, there is our face, and we can actually customize it more, but I actually can't do so as of right now. So yeah, so that is the faces. So as you guys can see, here we go. So I could customize it a little bit more and change the degrees Fahrenheit to maybe Celsius if we wanted to, or we could change it to various other things. I'm sorry, it didn't really come out too well. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing, but we can change the time and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty cool. We could just change all this stuff just by tapping on the various boxes and stuff like that. And you guys can see I'm just going in and changing stuff about the actual face itself and customizing it further. So it's actually pretty cool. So one of the cool things about the various different faces is it's so customizable. You guys can see over here, if I actually swipe all the way to the right, you guys will see a little plus icon and it says new. So if I go ahead and actually tap on that, we can actually go ahead and customize different faces, new faces, and even faces that are already there. So you can change the amount of digits the clock has on it. If you even want any digits on the clock itself, you can go ahead and do that and change the minute hand, all that kind of stuff. So it's actually really, really cool. And yeah, so you can actually customize this a lot. Alright guys, so we checked out the watch. It was really, really cool. We also checked out the new MacBooks. I forgot that they were going to be in the store, so that'll probably be in this video as well. I don't know, I might split it into 2 parts. We'll see what happens. I'm going to take a look at the footage later, but right now I'm walking into this awesome place. But yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, guys, this is David signing out.
Peace.